they are making millions,
Yeah.
just sitting and doing nothing, literally.
There's so many rides every day,
Yes.
and they're getting 20% of everything.
Absolutely.
When did you start driving for Uber?
In 2015.
2015.
That's in 2014. I lost my good job. I used to work for a bank. I have a master's in information technology from New York.
Okay.
I used to live in New York. I
Yeah.
lived there for 17 years. That's when. Do you know much about New York?
Not that much. I've just been there on vacation.
Yeah, I've just, if you don't mind me asking, you have a little bit of accent. Where's the
Yeah,
accent
I'm from Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh, Volvo.
Yeah, Volvo. Exactly.
Saab is gone, right? Saab
is-
still exists?
No, they do not.
No.
I think they do. They still have the aerospace division.
Oh, okay.
But not the cars anymore.
Oh, okay.
No, unfortunately not. But
Did you see the Wimbledon? The Swedish player was doing really good.
no, I didn't. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was. I saw the game. I mean, it was pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you have some good players in
Yeah.
Sweden. Okay, well, I have a question. Why they call there's a particular name? All the countries, Finland, Sweden,
Scandinavia. Yeah.
Why do they call Scandinavian countries?
I don't know actually. Well, sometimes we call it Scandinavia, but that's more like I don't know. It's just like it's more like for other countries to make it easier to say like, well, that's Scandinavia.
Oh, okay.
Up in the north.
Yes, exactly.
We don't actually use Scandinavia because it's different countries. It's
Right.
It's like you'd say like North America, like U.S. and Canada.
Canada, exactly.
So
I see what you mean.
Yeah. But we probably would understand each other. In Scandinavia, it's Sweden, Norway, and Denmark.
Oh, okay. Okay,
so-
I have a question about Netherlands. Why do they used to call it Holland? Now they call it Netherlands.
Well,
Did you
actually,
know?
Holland is like a large district of the Netherlands.
Oh.
So the country is actually called the Netherlands. And then Holland is like a district or a part of like a state.
Oh, so you
in
mean
the
to say
Netherlands.
so you mean to say Holland is smaller than the Netherlands?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
But some people or some countries in some languages
Right.
call it Holland anyway.
Right. I mean,
So
because-
different in different languages what you call it. But I would say that the Netherlands is the correct definition.
I see. Okay,
And
because
Holland is a big part of the Netherlands, but it's actually just like a big state.
Okay, I got it. Okay, that's interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. And you know, I've learned that because most Americans don't know much about geography and all that,
Yeah.
they are very restricted to their own, just whatever
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah.
I mean, because where I come from, I'm originally from Pakistan, and
Yeah.
our education was followed by the Britishers in the sense we don't have multiple choice questions. We have to write essays and stuff like that
Yeah.
for answers.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of general knowledge about things.
Yeah.
I have one question. Okay, Sweden has a lot of taxes, right? Very high taxes.
Yeah, they do.
But they give all their citizens like free medical and all the facilities which comes along with
Yeah,
it.
you have almost free healthcare. You pay just a little bit if you have to go to the hospital, but it's almost free.
So that's good. I mean, they are really good countries. They take care of their citizens.
Yeah, and you have free education.
Education
as well.
is free. Higher education is free, right?
Yeah, if you have to have the grades to get in.
Right.
But if you have the grades, then it's free.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's really beneficial. it is.
So you are here on temporary basis, working for. Do you work for Volvo or no?
Yeah, kind of. I work for a consultant company.
Okay.
So I work for Exton, and they work towards Volvo.
Yeah, they have a big hub in the High Point for the trucks. The trucks, not the cars.
Exactly. So
very interesting.
So I'm here on an internship.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will be here for 1 year.
So how do you? So it's almost 1 year.
Sorry?
Almost 1 year you've been here?
No, I've just been here for 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks, that's it? Holy cow! You're fresh off the boat.
Yeah, I'm really fresh off the boat.
Oh, okay.
But I will stay here until next summer.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Then I will go back to Sweden.
How do you like America so far? I mean, in a sense, are the people nice? I mean, in general. Or?
Yeah, they're nice. It's different from Sweden. The whole like culture and everything. But people are nice. I think. Yeah, definitely.
In North Carolina, there's more courtesy as compared to if you go to bigger cities like New York, Chicago, and all that. People in New York. I don't know if you have stayed in New York for long, but. Did you fly into JFK or?
I fly into
Atlanta?
Newark.
Newark Airport,
yeah.
Okay, in New Jersey.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah. People from the south are more courteous. That's why they call it Southern hospitality. I lived in New York for so many years. Over there, they don't know how to say please and thank you.
Yeah.
You cannot smile at anybody. If you smile at somebody in New York, they say, "What's wrong with you? You wanna mess with me? I mean, why are you smiling at me for? You know, it's ridiculous."
But what brought you to New York?
Well, my sister, she was doing her residency in Brooklyn, New York. So I figured experience New York life, and after I graduated from Pennsylvania, I did my bachelor's in MIS, Management Information Systems, and I moved to New York, and I eventually got a really, really good job in New York, working for a bank doing cyber security, information security. At that time, they used to call information security. Now they call it cyber security.
Okay.
And I worked there in the bank for 17 years, and then I ended up unfortunately meeting somebody from High Point, and in the South, people have a lot of mental issues, and she turned out, I don't know if you know the term bipolar, that's like a lot of mood swings from one mood to another, with a blink of an eye, a lot of anger issues, and I ended up marrying her, not knowing after marriage she turned 360, meaning that she went crazy. But I ended up having 2 kids with her. So what happened was, I stayed for the sake of the kids. I moved from New York to North Carolina, and so I figured when I had my good job, I was working really hard to save money. If you're not saving money in America, then there's something wrong with the picture. A lot of people in New York basically spend on their lodging, meaning like paying the mortgage. New York is very expensive. Rent is expensive. Everything is expensive. So I figured if I move down here, even though you're not making as much, but your standard of living gets a little bit higher. But right now, for example, I don't have health insurance. But if I go to a hospital, I can apply for it, but you have to apply every 3 months to get their financial aid, basically. It comes from the hospital directly. So, I ended up being here. I have to be more flexible because I have 2 young kids, 12. My son is 12 and my daughter is 9. So they are half Pakistani, half white American. So I just recently got the full custody. In America, they prefer the mother. Originally, I had to fight for 10 years for their custody, but eventually I got it. It was a long process, but thank goodness, and they're in a better place now.
So they stay with you now? Or?
Yes.